is just to ask for those people who are British people who have been trying to get on a council house waiting list, or who've been trying to... And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take people in at time of war. I wholeheartedly think it's fabulous that people will do that. I would love to do that myself. But I'm also thinking that the forgotten British people don't seem to be mentioned. It's OK, we'll just forget about them.
Yeah, we have a huge issue with homelessness. We've seen numbers going through the roof. A lot of those people, too, have lots of vulnerabilities, lots of post-traumatic stress disorder from former servicemen, servicewomen, addiction. We have all sorts of domestic issues. Now, I'm not saying we should close our borders and go British first. Nobody's saying that. But what we are saying is that there is a sense that the British sense of goodwill isn't an infinite resource. And we cannot control our own borders in terms of illegal entrance. It's went off the scale, doubled in 1 year alone. The Home Secretary is completely out of control. In 2016, the British public voted to take back control of our borders. It patently has been a failure. They haven't done that. And now, once again, our generosity is expected to be an endless resource. People are saying, well, hang on a minute. Let's actually take back control of this country. And we are not an endless resource for anybody in the world who wants to come here.
Well, I don't think it's quite that. Listen, I don't think it's quite that far, because I don't think that people are saying that we're an endless resource and we can take people on. I just think in this particular
Boris
case,
is saying, give up your spare room.
No, but he's not really. But they're just creating a system. They are just creating a system.
A scheme that will be able to be used. Now, I suggest that we are not going to see any people coming through that scheme. I just think it's going to be... No, I don't. And I will come back and, hold my hands up if I'm wrong on this.
The 16 in one mansion.
I don't ever think that it's going to get off the ground for a start.
I don't know about
Look at how long it has taken to get the family scheme up and running. That has taken a long time. And... I can criticise the Home Office in some places, but the security aspect was absolutely right. You cannot waive visas for people coming in.
I
could do this a lot quicker by having those with a biometric passport coming through, filling out their forms online, which is why I disagreed with Henry Bolton. You absolutely can do this online. The forms just need to be a lot simpler. They are very, very complicated.
They're too complicated.
But if you have a biometric passport, as long as you can look like and be that person on that passport, you can come in. You can then submit further biometrics in the UK when you get here.
I would have thought that actually online is probably easier than carrying documentation with you. And, there is usually some way of finding out who people are. So I don't think that there's an issue with that. I think that Priti Patel was right. Otherwise, she'd have been accused of being a racist. Because what would have happened was then, is it because these people are white and they've got blue eyes and blonde hair or whatever, and now black people and people from other countries and other parts of the world it's just so ridiculous. But yes, I think there should be a level of checks. That I don't think that's a problem. It doesn't mean you're a racist. It just means that you want to make sure that the people are who they say they are. There's nothing wrong with that.
The real problems have been with the staffing of the visa application centres and the location of them, and they weren't staffed enough. They weren't open quick enough. There should have been pop-up biometric places coming through, and there haven't been. So there are too complicated.
It's just too complicated by half. I mean, you have to prove this and then prove that, and then if you've got this... it was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. But as ever, I'd love to hear your views, because this show is nothing without you. So let's welcome our great...